Hey there, fellow stalkers. This is the Chuckinator, and today I want to talk about patch 1.6 and how this has been a big point for returning to a game that is, in my opinion, a very improved experience in comparison to the original release. I know the patch has been out a while, we are getting close to the release of patch 1.7, but I wanted to get a video out on 1.6 in general, but I wanted to actually play it some first, so here we are. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to like to help the algorithm, and subscribe for more videos, updates, and guides for Stalker 2. Until this patch, I had been hopping on a little bit occasionally to try out new things being added, or check out new mods, and just to see how the game generally felt, but it wasn't until patch 1.6 that I actually started to want to play the game a lot more. It just feels much better overall, and the flow of the game is much more enjoyable. Now there's things to be improved on like A-life, general performance, and spotting distance, which is why there are still no binoculars. But all in all, Stalker 2 is in a good place. I said from the beginning it was going to be a situation like Cyberpunk's 2077, where the game we play on release will be a whole different quality of experience to the game a year or two later. And it just so happens the game will have been out a year this month, and it definitely is in a much better place than on release. And is in a much more playable state as well. With this patch, a very big thing was added, which is night vision. You can find it in a few specific locations by certain ones from certain traders, and they will even be advertising their arrival in the vendors at Rostov.
Feel the perks of night vision that mutants have and you don't. Come one, come all.
There are 4 different variants, and each does vary in price and quality or design of the night vision. If you want to know more about each one or where to get them, then you can check out my other video on them and their locations that will be up soon. Along with this, they did add canted aiming while using the NVG, and a new upgrade for guns to use sights as well as stronger lasers for your NVG use. Another big thing I really enjoyed from this patch was the new mutant hunting missions given to you by Ganta. It has a new small storyline focused on hunting specific mutants and also gives you a new gun, which is an iron sight variant of the 3-line rifle called Drahunka. On top of this, you can actually turn in mutant parts to him for more coupons after you finish his questline. It has a nice little side story and isn't too long to complete, but was still a nice addition with the patch. And while I mentioned mutant hunting, it was cool to see Stalkers actually looting mutants now with this patch. So when you see some Stalkers fight mutants, they will usually take the time to loot the mutants as well. They also added a new anomaly called the Fireball, which you can find moving around flame anomalous zones, and it seems to chase you if you get too close and kind of hit you and explode. It can add a little more challenge to artifact hunting in these fiery zones. Some simpler adjustments came in the form of rebalanced stash loot, so you'll see more guns and attachment to stashes. The ability to sort your personal stash, which is a great change that I'm not quite sure why it was not there on releasing, as it's something so simple. You can also disable the auto lean when close to a corner or generally behind cover, so you won't just be constantly leaning over and you can manually do it instead. On top of all this was some general updates to the combat systems and overall tweaks and more bug fixes. For me, this was the update that brought me back. Having NVGs and a new questline to try out got me to play again, and the game actually felt pretty good, so I couldn't stop for the past few weeks. It really brought much more immersion to nighttime as well, just generally making nighttime more viable instead of just being super dark and painful, so most of the time, I would just sleep through it. If you played the update, let me know what you most enjoyed in the comments. I believe this update is a great time to hop into the game, and at this time the game feels really good, and I highly suggest trying out all the things they've added since release. But if you are looking for even more of a challenge with a new playthrough, then you may want to wait until patch 1.7 because there will be a new master difficulty being added to the game, which should add quite the challenge to your next trip to the zone. And this difficulty can only be selected from the start, so you can't use your old save to check it out. I am very excited for the next patch and it should be right around the corner. If you want updates on when I post other Stalker 2 videos, then be sure to subscribe and make sure to let me know you stayed by letting me know what your favorite gun in Stalker 2 is. Mine has become the new 3-line rifle Drahunka, mainly because I have always loved an iron sight bosun in any game I play. Thanks again for watching, and good luck in the zone, Stalkers.